is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Don't make assumptions. Communicate with clarity. Communicate with clarity with others as clearly as you can be to avoid misunderstanding, sadness, and drama. If all humans could communicate with impeccability of the word, all our relationships would change. There'd be no wars, no violence, no misunderstandings. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 95, up 95. NASDAQ up 32. S&P's up 12.5. Gold contract down $4.70, trading at $1,270 an ounce. Silver down 11 cents, $17.29 an ounce. Platinum off $17, $9.32 an ounce. Light sweet crude down 18 cents, trading at $48.15 a barrel. Notes. 10-year note down 3 ticks, 126.14. 30-year bond off 9 ticks, 154.27. Both notes and bonds, folks, bottom line, they will not move to lower price. They want higher price, lower yield coming at us, even with the Fed rising short-term rates on June 14th. The odds of that are like 99% right now. King dollar. King dollar up 286 ticks, trading at 97.140. The euro is at 112 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 111.30 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You get the S&Ps at new highs. The SPY is trading up $1.31. You've done 42 million shares. You're taking the swing point out, which was anemic in itself, with 64 million. Bottom line, we'll see whether we can hold higher price as we come to the close here. Right now, we had a high of 243.03. You're at 242.08. And if we go over and we take a look at the futures right now, what you're going to see is that futures, they spiked higher. And what I expect we're going to see here, right now, we had a high in the futures today of 24.26. So bottom line, we'll see whether they can hang up there. If we don't hang, if we get under 24.24, which we're at right now, and if we get under that, let's say in the next 10, 15 minutes, what you're going to see, and you'll see it very quickly, we'll get down, right down to 24.21, 24.20 once again pretty quickly. Dow Industrials. What do you have with the Dow Industrials? Dow Industrials are up 96 bucks. You are at 21,104. The number to keep your eye on is going to be the 21,070, and that is at 35 points lower. And the reason I'm using that number is that is the number, folks. That's not the high. That's the second high on the 26th of April. And what we had done is that on May 25th, we took that out. First time we took any high out, going all the way back to March 1st. March 1st is the high. And that is the reason that I'm using it, because we came up there on the 25th. You failed. Was there for one day, failed. We got up there again today, and we'll see whether it can hold that number. We haven't held the 2112 yet. It would be the 2170. That if we get under that number, that would be a failure. NASDAQ Composite, NDX 100, both at highs. NASDAQ Composite's up 35 bucks. You're at 62.33. Bottom line, that can go higher. Just NASDAQ, NDX 100, they're like flying on their own here. NDX 100 The high of yesterday was the 58.13. Today you got to 58.11. We're at 58.05. Now, what is intriguing here is this. Well, yeah, let's go to the Russell next. Russell 2000, that hit a big bid. Russell 2000 just got over the high that was generated out here on the 25th, which was 138.61. We're up $2.17 on the IWM, and we'll see whether it can hold that number. But huge counter trend bounce, fast, furious, all of the above. No two ways about that. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract right now, GC. Gold contract trading at a price point of $12.70.30. You rejected lower price. We went down to $12.63. We did 165,000 contracts, so you get a rejection of lower price. You get lighter volume. This gold contract wants to run up to its April high, which is 1,300. Notes. 10-year note. This is pretty remarkable, actually. It's really remarkable, too, in the context that you have these markets running to higher price. So the 10-year note, you got to a low today of 125.30. You're trading 126.06. Your pullback was on light volume. You stand right at the top of the trend. The swing points that the 10-year is trying to go after is 126.10. And I do expect we're going to see that in the next few days. We take a look at the 30-year. 30-year is the same type of setup. What we have with the 30-year. 30-year is trading 153.18. We went down to 153.04. Rejected lower price. Bottom line, right at the top of the trend, 154.01. And in both cases, folks, you know, if we get up and over those and you have some conviction behind the move, which it looks to me like we're going to have conviction behind the move because keep pushing into it, and it has volume. It'll be a very large move because we've been building cars here for quite a while. King Dollar. What do we got with King Dollar? King Dollar's having a hard time holding price. King Dollar just can't get out of its own way. Bottom line, King Dollar should have easily done a counter trend bounce. King Dollar has gone one way for the last 6 months. It finished an ABC structure on the way down, had every reason to do an ABC, to do a counter trend bounce, couldn't handle it. And right now, you're just laying at these lows. Today you get a sideways move. I mean, it saved itself last night, that's for sure. We went to 96,795. The low is 96,700. So bottom line, you're building cars, and you're building cars for lower price. We're going to take a look at some of the higher volume stocks, and we will have a low volume market out here as we get to highs once again. We take a look. You get Ford Motor Company up 32 cents. Hewlett Packard's down $1.19. You get U.S. Steel off 45 cents. Sienna Corporation's up $3.50. You get, let's see, Wells Fargo is up 89. The financials are still in bad shape. You go over to the XLF, you get a counter trend bounce happening there. That's bouncing. That's up 22 cents on 64 million. We went south yesterday on 115 million. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow Industrials up 96. NASDAQ up 36. S&P's up 13.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
I was up 99. You get the Nasdaq up 36. S&Ps are up 14.5. We go take a look at the XLF, folks. XLF right out here. You have you're up 24 cents. You're trading 23.48. You have 64 million shares traded. We went south yesterday with 115 million shares traded. XLE, same type of setup inside the XLE. XLE is really dead in the water. Pretty amazing, actually. The XLE up 26 cents, trading $65.71. This little baby, once it broke the 65.83, it's problems in paradise for the good old XLE. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do each Tuesday and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, Andy's got a great show right here at TFNN. 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursday. Get this right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV, and you're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
Hey, how are you, Tom?
Doing great. Yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to seeing your namesake.
Yeah, he's on the way to the airport to go visit Andy right now. That's a beautiful thing.
I know he is. He's actually going to spend the weekend with me, and he's coming here till Tuesday. He's staying at my house. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's going to be great, man. Well, thank you so much. Great. That's going to be fun.
Oh, are you kidding? We're going to have a great time. Me and Julie are really looking forward to it. We're going to play some poker, and I will not be on the air with you Tuesday.
Why not?
Because I'm going to take his flight is leaving at the same time as the show.
What an excuse that is.
I got to take him to the airport. That's your son.
No problem. Okay.
Anyway, no, I'm looking forward. It's
yeah, he is too.
It's exciting. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And you know what? The weather here is gorgeous.
Is it? Perfect.
90 degrees, no humidity.
Wow.
I actually, I got to heat up the pool for him.
I'm sure it's hot. You know.
No, and the water's cold. The water's only like 65 degrees, so I gotta heat it up for him.
Really?
Gotta make it. Yeah, because at night it gets really cold. You know?
I see. Wow.
It's kind of it's Vegas. It's the desert.
Right.
Anyway, so really looking forward to that. Trying to finish all my work so I can play some poker with your son.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's look at what's going on today because we got a lot going on, Tom.
Yeah.
And let's start off with natural gas. So we had an injection of 81 BCF into inventories. The EIA told us this morning. And natural gas, we've been talking, it's sitting in that range, 320 to 350, and boy, did it break down. We actually traded below 3 today, and the next level of support is 288.80 on the July contract. But, I'm not surprised that it's broken to the downside. We're on course for another record year of inventories here. All we need is we need an average of 63.5 BCF for the next 24 weeks. And we're at a new record. I
see.
So,
okay.
That's weighing heavily on the price.
Yep.
Now, on the other side of that energy coin, you got crude oil, which, you had some mega withdrawals from inventory this week. I mean, huge. 8.67 million barrels, according to API, and 6.428 million barrels, according to EIA today. So, that's supportive of crude here. And, crude back, where did it close today? 48.36. So, that's holding the price here. We'll see what products do. You also had a big draw in gasoline. And the gasoline crack spread's up to $19.
Okay.
So, we'll see. I mean, I know technically it does not look that good, but you got to look at the fundamentals here too. So, it's I think it's going to kind of hold around these levels. We'll see what happens next week in terms of inventories and, how much they lean into it.
I guess the big thing in oil, right, is that, like, if we were producers, which the producer, as it goes up, and then, what does happen, I mean, if the front month is trading, 50, 52, the back months are trading higher, it's like, why we can sell oil higher, right?
That's right. That's right. The contango has been crushing it. But, right now we're below, so some output should slow a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I still think about $50 is the sweet spot, and the U.S., Russia, and the Saudis are going to do everything they can to keep the price around that level. But we'll see. Now precious metals came down today, but they seem to be rallying right now. And I'm kind of doing what you're doing these days. I watch that yen like a hawk.
I know,
and that's been the best indicator. I think that precious metals will really take off when they decouple from the yen.
Hey, we'll find out. The bottom line is that it's been building cause, man. I really like how gold is trading.
So do I. I mean, it's above the midpoint of its range. I like it very much. I think we're going to come in here one day in the not too distant future, and we're going to see silver up $1.25.
Yeah, and I think hey, listen, this dollar is having a hard time holding price, man. I mean,
yes, it is.
It's just like,
we're up today.
It's laying at that bottom.
7 points. It's laying here like on the edge of a cliff.
Yeah.
and I think that the dollar is going to dip, because not so much because the dollar's weak. I think it's going to be because the euro is going to rally up to 114, 115, maybe even 120.
It looks like it wants to go to 116. The top of this range is 116, right?
Yeah. I think so. Now, I think the president is speaking as we speak, and I think he's abandoning the Paris Accords here. I'm very curious how that's going to affect the dollar in the markets, or if it is at all.
I think we're going to find out pretty quick.
Yeah, we're going to find out pretty quick. The gold just jumped, so I haven't seen I haven't seen it. Seen what the comments are, but they kind of leak out everything before.
Okay, so no, Dave's telling us he hasn't started yet. So this happened last time. So this is what's going to get intriguing here to find out. The last time this happened, folks, is that this was about a month ago. He was supposed to start a news conference at 3, and he didn't start until the market closed at 4.
That's possible that he'll do that, but you know what? Gold and silver still open at 4.
Yeah.
They're still open. All right, so a couple of other things I want to touch on with you, if I may. Sugar.
Okay.
We talked about the fact that sugar went from a deficit, where it went up to 24 cents when it was in a deficit. It's gone into a surplus, and this week we broke below 15 cents. We're down at 14.20. Big critical support at 14 cents.
Look at that, man.
We're steaming there, man. I mean, this sugar is not so sweet, right?
That is crazy.
Yeah. It's a wild one.
Look at that. I mean, you talk about trend following, folks. The sugar, and on the 6th of February was at 20 cents.
Yeah.
That's $1,000 a point, just so you understand, folks. That's
Right. No, big move. But it's interesting, Tom. You know, it traded between 20 and 21. Then it fell and it traded between 18 and 19. Then between 17 and 16, 16 and 15. Now we're in a, looks like we're going to trade between 14 and 15.
Yeah.
We break that 14 cents. Oof, ugly. That 14 cents, a big level in sugar.
Pretty wild.
So,
man.
You know what? The bottom line is, so we'll fall to 10 cents, production will slow again, a deficit will come, and then we'll be back at 20 cents. That's just the way these commodities trade.
Right.
And they trade, baby.
So cattle, I guess
I was just going there.
We're eating steaks again.
We're eating steaks. Well, they're a little bit more expensive. I do have some for Tommy this weekend, but, they are limit up today, Tom.
Yeah, flat out. Hey, stay right there. Andy and I are coming right back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are trading up 104. Nasdaq's up 36. S&Ps are up 14. Gold's down 450. We're going to right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking to our man, Mr. Andy Heck. We are talking markets. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, Andy's got a great newsletter. The way you can test drive his newsletter, you just go to newsletters, and you're going to go right into trading newsletters, and you can test drive either Well, you can try to test drive both of them. You can test drive the Technomental Commodity Report. That's a weekly. And you can also test drive his daily Essentials Equities. That's a daily service that he just started a few weeks ago. So check it out right in the front page of TFNN. You go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. And you can test drive that right here, right now.
I was gonna answer. We should talk about meats first.
Meats, yeah, man.
Meats, yeah. So limit up today in the feeder cattle and the live cattle. A little bit softer in the hogs, but hey, season of peak demand. We'll see how it peters out. I do think that we are getting to a level that is close to a top, but who knows? Who knows? Demand looks good. Demand looks strong. Grilling season in the U.S. I know I've been grilling. I'm sure you have been too.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm digging is that and I think we talked about this before. I remember when this started happening, like in 2004, 2003, when these commodities start going limit up. We hadn't seen it in years.
Yeah.
And it's like and that was the beginning of a great run, man. And that was
the meats always like to trade the limits. The limits are a little bit tight there. I don't know what the gold limit is. Is it $75?
Today it is. It's different. That's here. Let me pull it up. 1 second.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that. I don't remember a limit up day in gold since 1980.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one myself. So the limit up today. $13.75, $100.
It's $100. Okay.
$100.
Hey,
up and
they
down.
should put they don't have the limit on Bitcoin, huh?
Hey, let's look at that one.
To me, Bitcoin, Tom. To me, Bitcoin is one of the best arguments out there to buy gold. It really is.
Totally. Well, look at it. I mean, look at it. It hasn't, it hasn't imploded yet. Bottom line.
I write a lot of articles about Bitcoin these days, and I always get like comments, "Hey, Ponzi scheme," and all that. I mean, it's more like a bubble. The problem is that this bubble, this is the total market cap is about $39.3 billion of all of Bitcoin. That's like half of what Warren Buffett has.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
It's not a big market.
You can use it for transactions. No, I understand. I'm not,
right.
Right. Listen,
I don't think it's a Ponzi.
I would not be buying it right now. That's the bottom line.
No, me neither. Me neither. And I also think this market is in badly. It would really do better if they split it 100 to 1. But my big question is, who's going to do that?
Well, the way that they've done it, okay, so they actually have split it. But the way that it's done, like if you look at the Bloomberg right now, watch, I'm going to show you something. So I'm bringing up the exchanges that, there's 4 different exchanges here, right? And what they're showing, okay, they're showing, what a full Bitcoin cost. But right. What they do, Andy, at these exchanges, right, they sell little 1/100th of a Bitcoin.
Right. Right, just like they sell 10th-ounce gold bars or 1 gram bars.
Right,
yeah,
so that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
Which, you can see in the context then, bottom line, that's their split,
Mm-hmm. No, I John in the Den is saying that, how Bitcoins are mined through computers, and I understand all that.
Sure.
That the algorithms and creating new ones, you have to mine them through, it takes a tremendous amount of power.
Yeah.
That I understand. But I'm talking about the existing stock. You know what I mean? There is an existing stock of, I don't know what it is. Is it it's something like 16 million Bitcoins or 1.6 million Bitcoins? Let me look that up for you.
No, there is a number, exactly, right.
Yeah, there's a number. Here it is. It's 16,365,738 Bitcoins is the supply. So what I'm talking about, John, is not how to get new Bitcoins from mining them. That we understand. It's what to do with this existing stock that's out there.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been thinking about. The bottom line to me, it's not a Ponzi scheme.
No.
Is it? But it could be tulip mania. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's for sure. The bubble is boiling. It is boiling. But the question is, how much more air can you put inside the bubble?
I would hate to be a merchant taking it. Because
on the day that it crashes?
Yeah.
Well, you would love to be a merchant taking it over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and selling it, right.
Yeah. I mean, through this year, you're basically getting, if you held on to it.
Yeah.
If you held on to it.
Right.
Listen,
right.
Whatever. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. The other thing I want to look at is soybeans. I've been saying all year, these grains, you don't run in and buy them when they're looking great. You buy them when they look disgusting. And the beans right now look disgusting. They look like they're gonna, trade $9, trade $8.50. Everyone's bearish. The problem is with beans, it's too early in the season for them to totally crash.
Okay.
We're just like days into growing season here.
Right.
Anything is possible. So there's a lot of uncertainty. That means there's going to be a lot of volatility. I like buying beans here for a short-term trade because I do think that you will have a week where the weather doesn't cooperate and then they'll run back and cover those shorts. So like I said, folks, and Tom, when it comes to these agricultural commodities at times of the year like this, when we're going into a growing season, you buy weakness, you sell strength. You don't run in there to buy a rally like we saw a couple of weeks ago when they had that snowstorm. Always a mistake. You got to be a contrarian in these kinds of markets.
Yeah, right.
So, that's what's going on there. Going back to precious metals, Tom, I really like the action here. I think we're in agreement. I think that gold looks really strong.
We need the silver. We need the silver to basically do it, right? I mean,
yes, but I'll tell you.
I like what it did today. I see what it did today. It rejected 1698. Okay.
Yes. Platinum is a dog. I mean, this dog. This dog just keeps barking. On down days, it's down 4 times what gold's down. I mean, we're down $17 today. Platinum's gold's down $4.50. It just is not attracting investor demand, and it's very odd because palladium's like $7 off the highs.
Yeah, no,
so,
I can see that.
By the way, the palladium platinum spread, which I never talk about, it's like $100. This thing keeps going in this direction. Palladium, a lot of industrial users are going to start using platinum, which has a higher melting point and a thicker density, a bigger density than palladium. And you're going to see some substitution there. $100 is not a big deal for this, this spread.
That's amazing, isn't it? That
huge. That's
folks,
huge.
Just to give you an idea, too, palladium, I'm going back 15 years, but I bought palladium at $220. I mean, it's like,
Oh, I did a joint venture with the Russians back in the early 90s, and I had all these price options and volume options.
Yeah.
And Tom, $80 an ounce.
Right, because they had all the palladium, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, and it sat there for years. We're 10 times that level. That's a 10 bagger from that level. It's a long time ago, but
still,
it's
10 bagger. Unreal. Okay, well, listen. Yeah. You gotta love it. Look forward to the show at 5 o'clock, Andy. And
thanks, man.
You and Tommy have a great time out there, all right?
Oh, we will. We'll be in touch.
Yeah. We'll get both of you on. That'll be pretty funny.
No question. All right,
man.
take care.
Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 108. You get the NASDAQ up 39. S&Ps are up 14.5. Percentage-wise, this is what you have happening here. You get the Dow up 0.5%, S&Ps up 0.5, NASDAQ up 0.6. We get over and we take a look at the XAU, the HUI. XAU out here trading $83.13. And, oh, interesting. Okay, so yesterday it rejected lower price again. We did 42 million shares into 43 million. That was a close call. So yesterday what we had done, we had gone into the lows of the 24th, rejected it with only 1 million shares less. So we want to get some juice into this baby, into the XAU, as well as the Gold Bugs Index. So we go over to the HUI. We take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. That's trading 191.30, down $1.21. That had 29 million. That actually into 31. Okay, just made it by the skin of its nose. This also needs some juice. Also, 203 is game in that market though. We go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks, and this out here today will be a low volume market, folks. So let me pull this baby up. S&Ps. You have Ford up 29 cents. You get Hewlett Packard down $1.26. Hewlett Packard got hit. They came out with numbers last night. This is the original company. That really got hit. Okay, so this came down, big volume, 8.8 million shares. Bring this back. That's been on quite a run, though. Coming off the run. And now in Hewlett Packard's case, it's going to be a real problem because it's coming off the highs with volume. On a weekly basis, you're going into a swing point with 21 million shares. We've already done 20 million shares in 2 days. So that is problematic. Let's see, 2 days? No, 3 days. So that's definitely problematic for Hewlett Packard. Some of the Dow stocks out here, this is how the Dow stocks are at this particular point. You get Honeywell up 44 cents. Boeing is down 35. You get Caterpillar up 35. DuPont is up 83. Oxy is up $1.43. Let's go over to Oxy for a second. That's quite a bid. Okay, so that's been testing its low. Went into it yesterday, had volume of 7.4 million versus 11.5, and you're coming out of it today. You know, Oxy, you'd really like to see this get up into 61.79. It's going to be kind of dangerous if it doesn't get there pretty quickly, actually. ExxonMobil, Chevron, bottom line is that they are breaking out lows, folks. And this is going to be really tough for the Dow Industrials, as well as the S&Ps, even though the S&Ps at highs. $80.30 is the low. You hit 80.58 out here today, and you know you're going to have Pretty decent volume, too. Right now, we've done 7.6 million. It's going into 10 million. Hasn't been able to hold price. We go look at Chevron. Same. Chevron is actually under its lows, 103.83. No, it's at 103.85. So you have a 12 cents over its low right now. Now, that being said, what the difference is with Chevron is this. That broke lows yesterday, and we did it with volume. So 8 million, 8.6 million. 8 million versus 6 million. That's, let me put this on a weekly. Yeah, it has supported 97, but that is problematic in a huge way. So that oil market just continues to look like it's going to struggle out here. The finances, the XLF, same type of setup. Goldman, let's go take a look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman was the leader on the way down yesterday. Goldman is trading up $3.64, 214. You come down yesterday with 8.3 million. You're going up today on 3.6. JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan up 60 cents today. JP Morgan trading 14 million shares. You go south on 28 million yesterday. And it looks to me like both of these, you talk about some leaders on the way down. This is pretty intense, actually. And what had happened is that JP Morgan came out first, folks, yesterday morning, and that was that first downdraft in the morning that the market did come back from fast and furious. But the bottom line is that JP Morgan had come out and said that their trading revenue from fixed equity was going to be down 15% this quarter. Quarter over quarter. So that no doubt is a big number. We take a look at some of the high flyers out here inside the NDX 100. Amazon still at highs. You had 994 trading right now. You hit 997, 998 today. Google, we go take a look at Google. That was going to be a trip from one. It's 966. Hit a 971 today. Microsoft MSFT. That's trading $69.94. Facebook, 151.44, and Apple, 152.99. There's no sellers there, and there's no doubt that we have window dressing in spades out here today. And window dressing, by the way, is coming right into tomorrow also. First, second day of the month, and window dressing flat out has to do with the amount of money getting taken out of paychecks, going to 401ks, coming into the marketplace, getting put to use in the marketplace ASAP. We go take a look at the XLK, and the XLK, folks, has all those high flyers inside the NDX 100, as well as the S&P, a couple of them. That's still at high, $56.60. The high was yesterday at $56.85. This has been a one-way move, too. You go back 6 months, this was $46. You had the only deep retracement we have was on the 17th and 18th of May. The 16th of May, it closed at $56. The 18th, you were at $54. Big deal. You took a $2 hit. That's about all she's done. We go take a look at the inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness out here. Strength out here today is United Health is putting 28 positive points into it. Goldman's putting 25. Home Depot's putting 10. There's only 6 stocks inside the Dow Industrials that are in the negative. Nike is putting 4 negative points in. The rest of them are 1. Big deal, right? Pretty intense. You get Verizon putting 1.6 negative, Boeing 1.5, IBM 1, and UNH. We take a look at UNH. This baby's going to break out its highs. And, yep. It's breaking another swing point. You go back to United Health, this thing is at all-time highs. Pretty amazing. There's nothing like the health business when we have third-party paying system, and that's what that's all about, folks. And when you take a look at It's kind of pretty easy, actually, when you take a look at healthcare. All you have to do is look at the aspect of how these hospital stocks have done. Guess what? Nothing's going to change. Those hospital stocks are making money hand over fist. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 120, NASDAQ up 43, S&P's up 16.5. We'll be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow is up 123, NASDAQ's up 44, S&Ps are up 17, and this market is going to close at its highs. You got we're at 631 million on NYSE. That should come in at about 800 million. Looking at the NASDAQ, we are at 1.6 billion. That could come in about a couple billion. That's how this thing seems to be shaking out right now. We get over to the dollar. Dollar thus far is held. Actually, let's go to the yen. So yen's trading 111.35. Okay, so this is still weak. This is interesting. So the yen's still actually weak. That being said, last night the Nikkei really got some juice into it. The Nikkei last night was up $200, and it got outside its larger range once again. Its higher range once again, rather. And so 19,860. Well, 19,929 is game. I suspect. So the high in the Nikkei right now is 19,989, and that looks like more than likely that is probably going to get hit when that market opens tonight. The correlation, of course, inside the yen versus the dollar is there. What is interesting is that it's not that the yen got weaker last night. The Nikkei just decided to go topside. We go take a look at our dollar. It saved itself last night. Bottom line is that we'll see how this shakes out coming into Friday, because what we do have, this thing's laying right at the bottom. The last leg down took it from 99,765 to 97,705. And the way that the dollar is trading, this looks like it wants to get down to the 95 level. You know, you get 95 level in the dollar. Bottom line is that the bonds want to go higher. It's like, okay, so what's that all about? Because the Fed, the probability right now that the Fed goes up on short-term rates, folks, is 88.4%. That probability is coming out of the Fed Fund Futures probability. That's what traders are basically betting when they're going up, how they're going up, all of the above. Now, these numbers change quite a bit, and they can change quite often, but that's been up there for quite a while. And, you know, guess what? The 14th of June is right around the corner. You know, and most times what has happened is that when the Fed is up in short-term rates, and the short-term rate only is bank-to-bank rate. We don't get that. That normally pushes the curve, though, meaning push the 2-year, push the 5-year, push the 10-year, push the 20-year, push the 30-year up the curve. And that means that every one of them get bumped up a bit. In this particular case, that hasn't happened. In this particular case, you have the 10-year still trading at 2.2. And the range for the last 6 months, you're refinancing a mortgage, you go do it, because we're at the bottom of the range for the last 6 months. The low has been 2.168. The high is 2.62. We're at 2.215. And that 10-year, that is saying a 10-year that on a 30-year refi, you're probably at about 3.65, 3.5, maybe 3.75. That's kind of how that baby is shaking out right now. You stay right there because we'll be coming right back with some more numbers, folks. Dow right now is up $1.22. NASDAQ is up 44. S&Ps are up 16.5, and the good old S&P is going to close at an all-time high. Right now, the cash S&P, we are at it's quite a close. We're up $13.80. Last high was 24.18. You're 24.25 right now. Bottom line is that it's moving away from that top of that trend. Dow Industrial's up 119, Nasdaq up 44, S&P's up 16.5, gold down 470 at 1270, silver down 10 cents, $17.30. Notes down 3 ticks, bonds off 11. Stay right there, folks. So come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Create the perfect relationship between you and your body. Treat your body with all love, honor, gratitude, and respect. When you make it your goal to adore your body and accept yourself completely, you're learning to have the perfect relationship with anyone else you are with. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up $135, NASDAQ up 48, S&P's up 18, gold contract down $5.70, trading at $12.69 an ounce. Silver down 11 cents, $17.29 an ounce. Platinum down 17 bucks, $9.32 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 22 cents, $48.10 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 3 ticks, 126.15. 30-year bond off 9 ticks, 154.27. King dollar up 296 ticks, traded at 97.150. The euro is 112 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 111.33 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You get the SPY up $1.86. You're down 62 million shares. You're away from the top of this trend quite a way now. 240.32 was your high, or 243. You take a look at the cash market. Cash market right now is at 24.28, and the high, and the first time going back to is that March high. You're 28 points above it, folks. Bottom line, that's 2,400. Dow Industrials. You take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials up $1.35. You're at 21,144. That gets you up and over the high of last week. And that's saying, finally, this thing's going to go for this high of March 1st, which is at 21,169. You're right next to it. You got window dressing happening, meaning window dressing was on today. It's going to be on tomorrow. Bottom line, I suspect the Dow is going to basically get into that number also. NASDAQ Composite, new high up 48 bucks, 62.46. NDX 100, also a new high. Now, the NDX 100 just squeezed by a new high, which is kind of intriguing because that's been leading up in a huge way. 58.16. The last high was 58.13. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract rejected lower price. GC. Gold contract rejected lower price, had lighter volume. We got down to 1263.70. We closed out at 1269.90, and anything over this 1265 is a good number that it wants to get up into the highs of April 17th, and that high is 1300. The low of that high is 1286. So I do expect right now what we're doing is that we're building cars here, and we're building cars to get up into that level. We'll see whether we can break that level. We go take a look at the silver market. Silver out here. Now, silver, we've needed to catch a bid in silver. And I really like what silver did out here today, because what you had out here today is quite a rejection, folks. We got down to a price point of $16.98. We closed at $17.30. And you had lighter volume. We came down, we did 81,000 contracts. You were going into 92,000 contracts. So we very well could have a nice ABC structure on the way up, which would be really sweet, and that's what we need because this structure would be $1.40, which is a monster. That would get you up to $18.30, and your high up there in the futures in the silver contract is $18.72. So bottom line is that silver has been a laggard. Decent day out here today. Bonds, notes, and bonds continue to want higher price. And this is just pretty wild how this whole thing shakes out. The note market went down to 126.07. It closed at 126.15. The high that it's going after is 126.20. You know, so bottom line, sorry, I just brought the wrong one up. We just rolled from this contract. The low is 125.30 today. We closed at 126.07. The high that it's going after right now is 126.10. So you're 3 ticks, okay, underneath the swing highs here. And what I expect you're going to see is that we're going to get up into those highs. We'll see whether we can take them out. We take those swing highs out, you're going to have some big action up here. You very well could have an ABC structure on the way up. We take a look at the TLT, which is the 20-year bond plus fund ETF. That's 124.15. The high is 124.98. And this had some decent juices. It's pushing into this once again today. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar just can't get out of its way. So we'll see where this shakes out. And going into the Friday, going into the long weekend. No, just not a long weekend, going into the weekend. Right now, King dollar is at 97.150. 96.70 is the low inside King dollar. We take a look at the high flyers out here, Amazon out here. Well, actually, let's look inside. Actually, we're going to look inside the Dow Industrials to see the strength versus the weakness today because the Dow, United Health was the winner out here. That put 30 positive points in the Dow. Goldman put 25. Home Depot put 11. McDonald's put 10. You only had 4 Dow stocks in the negative, and 3 of them, well, actually, two of them, Nike put 4 negative points in. Boeing put 2. Verizon, 0.8%, and 3M, 0.8%. So the bottom line is that you had some real juice inside that Dow Industrials today. You're right next to the high. That was generated on March 1st. So bottom line, we're going to be on June 2nd, and it looks like it's finally going to go for it. And we'll see how that handles it. If we go back to the March 1st area, this is what you're going to be looking for. Right now, we did 974 million shares out here, and March 1st, we did 1 billion. So bottom line is that that's going to be an easy high to take out with only 1 billion shares. What we will have, that being said, though, is that now we have summer trading, and on summer trading, folks, what you have Mondays and Fridays. We've had a low volume market anyway, but Mondays, Fridays, tremendously low volume market. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed up 135. NASDAQ up 48. S&P's up 18.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go over and take a look at Lululemon. Lululemon, folks, closed at $48.67. Right now, that is trading at $52.70. Let's see what they have to say. And that stock has got destroyed. That stock's down from $70 anyway, just in the last 6 months. So, okay, so the earnings per share, the estimate was 28 cents. They made 32. They're going to restructure. They see pre-tax cost of 50 to 60 million on a restructuring charge. Pretty amazing, actually. Look at this. The year earnings per share, they had estimated $2.32, and it's going to be it's between $2.28 and $2.38. So Lululemon sees fiscal year net revenue of $2.53 billion to $2.58. They saw 2.55, so it's right in the middle. They see second quarter net revenue $565 million to $570. They had seen $559. Their year estimate is $1.97 to $2.07. The estimate was $2.16, so that's lower. Their gross margin is 49.4%. That's quite a gross margin. The estimate was 48.75. And the same-store sales, oh, no, this is interesting. So the comp sales in currency, in consistent currency, the estimate was minus 3.4%. Now it's minus 1%. They're going to close 40 of 55 Ivania branded stores. I'm not sure. I've never seen those. They're going to convert the remaining stores, 15 of those remaining ones, to a Blue brand store. More than likely that they must have bought that at some point. So if we go back and we take a look at this over the course of a couple years, yeah, you get an equity that just went down from $81. You're even with this number right here, you're trading at 53. And if we take a look at your flow out here, man, take a lot of money in, though. There's no doubt about it. So 2013, they were taking in 1.4 billion. Man, they sell a lot of clothes. And now they take in 2.3 billion. So bottom line, that's quite a bit. This breakdown is pretty interesting. So their breakdown goes like this. Their breakdown, United States is most at 1.7 billion. Canada, and I think it's a Canadian company, 447 million. Asia, 171 million. Their corporate stores take in the most amount of money, 1.7 billion. Direct to consumer, they're doing $500 million. And franchisees, they're doing 186 million. Let me just see something. Yeah, so it is a Canadian company. Yeah, Vancouver, no doubt about it. This would be, so let's go take a look. Well, you got Illinois downgraded. This has been a trip for a long time. Illinois had it bond rated get downgraded one step above junk by Moody's Investor Services. The lowest ranking on record for a United States state as the long-running political stalemate over the budget signs, see no signs of ending. S&P warned that Illinois will likely lose its investment-grade status, an unprecedented step for a state around July if leaders don't agree on a budget that chips away at the government's chronic deficits. Moody's followed S&P's downgrade Thursday by citing Illinois' underfunded pensions and the record backlog of bills that are equivalent to 40% of its operating budget. This is like pretty sick, folks. Gridlock has sidetracked efforts not only to address pension needs but also to achieve fiscal balance. Ted Hampton, Moody's analyst, said in a statement, during the past year, the fruitless negotiations and partisan wrangling, fundamental credit challenges has intensified enough to warrant a downgrade regardless of whether a fiscal compromise is reached. Illinois hasn't had a full-year budget in place for the past 2 years amid clash between the Democrat-run legislature and the Republican governor. That left the fifth most populous state with a record $14.5 billion. Listen to this, man. This is sick. So that left the fifth most populous state with a record $14.5 billion of unpaid bills, ravaged entities like universities and social service providers that rely on the state aid, and undetermined Illinois standing in the bond market where investors have demanded higher premiums for the risk of owning its debt. The ratings actions largely reflect the severe deterioration of Illinois' fiscal condition, byproduct of budget negotiations. Illinois' 10-year bonds yield 4.4%, 2.5% more than those of top-rated bonds. That's still not enough money. I would not give Illinois my money for, check this out, for 4.4. It's not, you know, there's so many things that are whacked out, it seems, that inside the bond market that is just absolutely amazing. By June 30th, the state will owe an estimated $800 million in interest and fees on unpaid bills that have been piling up, according to their comptroller. She warned of dire consequences for residents if budgets can't be reached. Never mind the residents. Could you imagine what you're going to have here? I mean, you're talking about civil service, cops, firemen, all of the above. That's going to be a real problem, folks, because what's going to happen, you know, in the longer run is that those pensions pile up, and when the bills aren't paid, it comes down. And when it comes down hard. You know, if we go back, 15, 20 years ago, it was almost unheard of that you'd have to renegotiate a pension if you were a civil service worker. But what has happened is that, you know, these states and these cities, they've gone to that bond market, and the bond market is so easy if you are an entity like that to push money out, but then guess what? You're going to pay it back. And, you know, because of the way the politics works, people just want to spend it. They don't want to pay it back. And so it's pretty intense when that thing comes home to rest. There's no doubt about it. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at Walmart. You get Walmart trading out here. Oh, there she goes. So, you know, this is going to be interesting watching Walmart and Amazon go at it, because it looks to me like Walmart is right now about the only one that may be able to compete with Amazon. Walmart was up $1.21 today, $79.81, and it took its last swing high out. You know, it has a long way to go, but this has been on quite a tear. And, you know, I think what you're going to see here, and it has to do with, you know, Walmart had bought that company, Jet.com, and the person that basically started Jet.com was one of the top guys he wasn't top guy in Amazon. What ended up happening is that Amazon bought his company, and that was diapers.com, you know, all these things that we actually need, and then worked for Amazon for a few years. He went south. Bottom line, Walmart got him, and, you know, bottom line, he knows what he's doing. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials close up 135, NASDAQ up 48, S&P's up 18. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with hosts Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Folks, and listening by any chance yesterday, I was talking about the cases that and these are criminal cases right now that are in court, folks, about the bond market. And I'm going to read you what's going on, because this case is at the jury right now, so it's going to be really wild. So this is the when bond lies cross fraud line is a question for the jury. Okay, so is that these traders that stand accused of lying to its customers to make more money, and inside the bond market. So we're not talking the treasuries now. Treasuries are a transparent market. You know, you see, when I get the bid, I get the offer, they're transparent. What's not transparent inside the bond market are the mortgage-backed securities, corporate bonds, state bonds, municipal bonds, all of the above. And what has happened forever is that, I'm a client, I call up, okay, what's the bid, what's the offer? That's the bid and the offer. Well, what I definitely didn't know is that if you asked your broker saying, okay, what did you pay for them, right? Bottom line is that what this accusation is saying is that they have to tell you what they actually paid for them, so you know what they were making on them. So that's what this is about, which is, for years, one of the main reasons that bond traders made so much money was it was non-transparent. So I'll go through this for you. Lying to customers may be morally wrong, but when misrepresentations alter the price that an investor will accept or pay for a bond, the behavior crosses the line to become a criminal fraud. A U.S. prosecutor is arguing today. Assistant U.S. Attorney David Novak started summing up the government's case against 3 former Norma Holdings mortgage-backed traders, mortgage bond traders who are on trial in Hartford, Connecticut. He said that the false pricing information provided it be critical information that led clients to agree to transactions. We know that the defendants lied, Novak told the jury. What we're really talking about here is materiality and the intent to defraud customers. Ross Shapiro, Michael Grammons, and Tyler Peters denied wrongdoing, saying their tactics were commonplace and didn't deceive the sophisticated parties with whom they negotiated. Their lawyers were scheduled to begin closing arguments later today. Novak told jurors that while it's an obvious proposition that traders shouldn't lie about important things, the defendants knew it specifically is prohibited by security laws. The conviction of farmer Jeffries LLC managing director Jesse Livitek in January was evidence of the legal standards in place, he said. This was the rule before Livtech. It was the rule after Livtech, Novak said. Nobody needed someone to get indicted to know that you cannot lie about important things to make more money. Earlier today, U.S. District Judge Robert Chagney began instructing juries laying out the allegations in the indictment and what the law requires prosecutors to prove beyond a reasonable doubt in order to convict the 3 ex-traders. The case, which began May 8th, is expected to go to the jury next week. A feeling that something wrong has been done isn't sufficient to support a criminal conviction, the judge said. You must analyze the evidence to determine whether the government has proven each of the elements of the offense beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, what's amazing, in here, I think just in general, is that I've been doing this a long time, and I never knew, you're always having to bid and offer. It's pretty amazing that you can actually find out what they are saying, what the prosecution is saying, is that they have to tell you what they paid for the bonds. So we'll see where that shakes out. But the Jeffries guy already got guilty. So evidently it's in that law somewhere. The amazing part about it is that if these 3 guys get guilty too, guess what? There's that bond market. We will see that bond market in the next 2 or 3 years. There'll be an exchange on that bond market. The reason being, and the liquidity will even be higher, the reason being is because the transparency, the non-transparency, that means the non-transparency would be gone. Because bottom line, if you get a good deal on the bonds, hey, guess what? You have to tell your client. Because I suspect every client, big bond clients, they're going to be looking at this and they're going to be asking, what did you pay for them? And what will happen is that then clients will say, okay, you make 1%, 2% on me. You're not going to make 5 or 10% on deals when I'm doing 20, 30, 40 million at a time. Because that's, I don't know if they're talking about that in this particular number, but that's the kind of buying and selling that happens on a continual basis inside of that market. Let's go take a look at the Big Blue IBM. IBM still hasn't been able to get out of its way. Last 3 months, we went from 182 down to 152. And yeah, this still wants to try to get back to this 132 area. The DuPont, we go over to DuPont. We take a look at DuPont. DuPont's trading $80.04. This baby is looking to go after its highs again, which is $82.37. 3M, it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out tomorrow, too. 3M is at highs. 3M is at 204. And we take a look. Yeah, this has been a one-way track. So 3M has gone from a price point. This is pretty amazing, actually. Well, yeah, 2009, 3M is at $40. $40, and you go to 204. UTX, let's go take a look at United Technologies. That is at 121. That's right at the highs. The high of United Technologies is 124.45. Boeing's at 187.32. That's also at highs. So a lot of these stocks have, no doubt, they've had an incredible run. Boeing just went from 126 in September of 2016 to 187. Big Mac. So Big Mac, this is going to be wild watching this. So watch this, folks, and I'm quite familiar with this, okay? And what it is, so Big Mac, McDonald's trading at $152.39. Now, let me pull this back. So this delivery service, Uber Eats, has just opened up. You talk about opening up something that is huge. It is unbelievable, actually. Here you go. So currently there are 2,000 McDonald's locations where delivery is available. Fast food industry giant McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook told shareholders at the conference yesterday that Big Mac expects that delivery service will be available at 3,500 locations in June. Currently, there's 2,000 locations, and this is all about Uber Eats, folks. And let me tell you something. You know, my kids use it in a huge way, and it's nonstop. This thing is going to explode, meaning it's the same, you know, same food. Bottom line, kids get in the phone, boop, 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 hit up. What shows up at the door? A car with Uber Eats in it, right from McDonald's. Pretty amazing. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go over and take a look at the Russell 2000. So Russell 2000 out here also caught a big bid. Let's see. Okay, you're trading $13.97. This baby, got down yesterday, got down to $13.76. We're up $28. We put this. Okay, so you're coming right up to ICE. So the number to keep your eye on out here, the way this traded out here today, looks like this thing is going to make a run for this high, which is going to be pretty intense, because what we did do is that we broke, let me just look at this, we broke the downtrend that has been in place. Yeah, we broke it with conviction too. That has been in place since April 26th. So that 1426 high is game. If we go into the small caps now, it's going to be intriguing here is that the IWM hasn't got out of its consolidation yet. This consolidation, the IWM has been in since December 2nd. The top of that consolidation is a price point of 138.82. Well, actually, you're out of it. You're at 138.95. When you look at it, it doesn't look like you're out of it. But that's you're out of it. So bottom line is that what's going to be game out here for the small caps is 141.81. And that's quite a move. There's no two ways about that. We go take a look at the oil stocks out here. Well, here, let's go back. We'll take a look at the SLB. So Schlumberger, that's the third highest weighting inside the XLE. That also, bottom line, is just can't handle price. This is actually an ABC structure on the way down. Schlumberger, A point is $80. Your B is 70, so it's $10. So you got 63 is your ABC down. Yesterday we hit 68. So Schlumberger is interesting to keep an eye on, because that whole industry wants lower price. You're at 66 to 59 right now. And if we actually go take a look at the oil market, what you're going to see out here, crude today couldn't hold price. Now, what's intriguing here is that it couldn't hold price, folks, and you had a drawdown that was very large. We had the oil numbers out here today, the EIA numbers, and it couldn't hold price. Now, what I expect you're going to see out here is that, we had Trump pull out of the climate accord this afternoon. Not that it's going to make a big difference inside the oil market. That, however, with the aspect of regulations basically wide open to drill, bottom line, what are you going to have? You're going to have more oil, and more oil is meaning lower price, because what is happening out here, and I expect it will continue to happen, is that this whole electric car deal is making a difference. You know, when you, I remember 2 years ago, down in, I'm in St. Pete a lot. So St. Pete is the largest city around here. It's a true city. And when you down, whether it's Central, First, Second, any of those big avenues, about every maybe 15 blocks, you have these, the electric car chargers. Well, 2 years ago, you could get down there, and bottom line is that, that those spaces were never full. But now you can't park in the spaces, because that's how I knew they were there, because there was the only spaces that were open. So you think you're going to park there, you can't park there, right? Bottom line, you can't go by those places now. They're just about always full. That, in a longer time basis, meaning whether it's a year, 2 years, is going to make a difference, and it'll make a huge difference in the aspect of the oil market. The reason being is that it's just like Andy Hecht, he talks about this quite a bit when we used to talk about it. When we price out the price of crude every day, none of us use crude. You know, crude's at $48.03. Okay, that's a barrel of crude oil. And, let's see, and inside, 1,000 barrels is the contract. It's a barrel of crude oil, all right? So it's the breakdown of crude that we use. And when you go with the breakdown of crude, of course, where are you going? Well, the first place we're going, the biggest place that you and I as a retail client is going, we're going to gasoline. Gasoline, they crack it. That's what the crack spread is. They crack the barrel. What do we get? We get gasoline. Gasoline's at $1.59. Okay, so you use a lot of gasoline. What's the next thing? Well, the next thing, which is huge also, is diesel. Diesel is a big deal, folks, because what happens with diesel, okay, diesel is at $1.49. Diesel is all the trucking industry. You have the trucking industry, you have the flight industry. What has happened in the trucking industry, and this has to do with city buses. What are city buses, no matter, just about whatever city you're in right now, what are they being run by around here? Natural gas, I haven't seen an electric one yet, but you see a lot of natural gas ones. Bottom line, that's hitting oil. The airlines, they're still going to have to need, no doubt, they're going to need diesel. They're going to need the flight fuel. But you can see in that context that this oil market, I suspect, is going to come under a lot of selling pressure, because what we did have is that the last time, if we take a look at this oil contract, when we're at $48 right now. If we just take a look, we were at a low on May 5th at 44. This contract went up to 52. When this contract was at 52, meaning we're at the July contract, when you go out a couple years, folks, what had happened is that your contango going out was at 55, 54, 57. So if you and I were producers, and you're worried about what's going to happen in a couple of years from now, and you want to be in business, what are you going to do? You're going to sell forward contracts so that you know that you have a price that you're going to get 2 years from now. And that has what has been happening on a continual basis for quite some time right now. And if we put this on CL1, so if we put this on, I'm going to put this on a continuous contract, and you're going to see we've been going one way in oil, folks, and we've been going one way in oil since 2008. 2008 oil was at $147 a barrel. You crashed down to $32 a barrel in 2008. We did a big counter trend bounce in 2011 to 114, and we've never looked back. Now, when you take a look at this, and then when I put together the aspect that the largest oil company in the world, Saudi Aramco, the Saudis are selling into the public market, what do you think? People talk about smart money. Guess what? they have to be some of the biggest, and I would say smartest, because they've been in the business so long, oil people around. Well, why are they selling to you and me? You only sell to the public, folks, okay, when the gravy train is over. Okay? Because guess what? The gravy train is over. They gotta sell when people still think it might go to $100. You stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. This is going to be interesting. So Walmart is testing a program that sends store employees to deliver online orders at the end of their shifts, a new push by the world's biggest retailer to use its large physical footprint to match Amazon.com convenient options for web purchases. Yeah, this is going to be a battle between Amazon and Walmart, and I'm sure Jeff Bezos is probably happy because Amazon was destroying retail so heavily. He needed competition so that they'll stay off him as to being monopolistic. Workers can opt in to earn extra money by making deliveries before they're using their own cars. They've assigned packages based on where they live so that the route aligns with their commute home, the company said Thursday in a blog post. Walmart didn't say how employees will be compensated. The test began at 3 locations in Arkansas and New Jersey. Walmart is tapping into its 4,700 U.S. stores and more than 1 million retail employees as it seeks to redefine itself in the age of e-commerce dominated by Amazon. This is going to fly, man. This is going to be wild watching this thing shake out, which offers delivery of some of its products in as little as an hour in some cities. Yeah, it makes sense that Walmart has 4,700 U.S. stores. That's All the products right there. Instead of someone coming in, guess what? Bottom line, you put it in the car, you go deliver it. That's the only way you're going to compete with Amazon. Online spending is going to increase by 16% this year, more than 4 times the pace of overall retail, and it's going to reach $462 billion according to eMarketer Inc. About 90% of the population, of the U.S. population, listen to this, this is pretty amazing. 90% of the U.S. population live within 10 miles of a Walmart. And the company is using those locations as shipping hubs to compete with Amazon on the last mile of delivery, the most expensive part of getting goods to customers. By using existing workers in their own cars, Walmart could create a vast network with little upfront cost, similar to how Uber Technologies created a ride-hailing service without owning any cars. Imagine all the routes our associates drive to and from work and the houses that they pass along the way. Said Mark Law, who took over Walmart's e-commerce operation last year from the retailer after the retailer purchased his startup Jet.com for $3.3 billion. Now, that's the guy I was talking about, Mark Law. Amazon had bought one of his businesses. That was Diapers.com. He worked for Amazon for a couple of years, knows the business upside down. Now, Walmart bought Jet.com for $3.3 billion. Bottom line, he's running that whole deal. Many online orders and tests have been delivered overnight using store employees. Law said, showing how the initiative could also be used to narrow delivery times. The lines between internet and brick-and-mortar commerce are blurring as retailers, including Amazon, try to accommodate a variety of shopping preferences. Walmart offers free 2-day delivery on millions of items to compete with Amazon's standard delivery time. It also lets customers buy groceries online and pick them up at stores. It offers discount. Amazon, meanwhile, has stepped up its experimentation with physical locations. It's slowly opening physical bookstores in big cities around the U.S., which double as showrooms for Amazon gadgets like the Kindle readers, the Echo voice-activated speakers. The company opened 2 drive-in grocery pickup kiosks in hometown of Seattle earlier this month. Its first attempt to match the click and collect options rolled out by Walmart and other big box retailers. Bottom line is that they're going to be competing with each other. And guess what? We are going to continue to have very inexpensive prices for stuff that we don't need. The stuff that we need, food, insurance, health, education, that's going to still go up, folks. Bottom line, the stuff that, we're almost at a throwaway society right now. What we, yesterday, so retail-wise, so check this out. This is a great number. Retail space, each one of us in the whole United States, meaning 330 million of us, has 24 square feet dedicated just to us. That's twice the amount than anyone else in the whole world. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. You stay right there. I'm Mr. Andy Hicks coming right up. Go to TFNN.com. Hit Tiger TV. Look forward to speaking at tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.